Good morning YouTube and welcome back to a new day of daily updates across all of the major dollar pairs. Starting off with DXY on the daily time frame, we can see we've had our most recent break of structure in towards the upside, and this is the current swing range that we're trading within. Now this demand zone is currently in control, but after the swing break of structure and taking out major liquidity on this data feed, it does make sense to see a deeper pullback towards points of liquidity rather than a demand zone. But just bear in mind that we could see a reaction from that demand zone. However, I am favouring some points of liquidity to get taken to fuel that next move upwards. Just remember though as well that this high here on this data feed on capital.com has been taken, but I know that on other data feeds such as forex.com we haven't quite reached that level yet. If we go down onto the 4-hour time frame, we can see we've had our 4-hour break of structure, and this is our swing range. We've got this internal trend that's been pushing pricing towards the upside. We could just see another run of the highs following this liquidation. If we break this supply zone, that says to me we're ready to target, but at that point we're already at that level. But just bear in mind at this point the liquidity is still open, so the internal structure could still push pricing towards the upside. What does this mean for Euro USD? We can see on the daily time frame that we've had our break of structure in towards the downside, and this is the current swing range that we're trading within. This supply zone is in control and could cause a bounce back down towards the lows. However, after trading after the break of structure, we expect a pullback to major points of liquidity where we can then look for that next leg down. If we go down onto the 4-hour time frame, what we can see is we've had our most recent break of structure here. This is our swing high and this is our swing low. This supply zone is technically still in control, but it is fighting with demand, which is also somewhat in control. So it's just fighting between the two at the moment. I always prefer to wait for a clear direction, but what I would say is I am favouring this high to get taken out, as it makes more sense. This is a point of liquidity within this overall impulse, and therefore it could be that next move. Once we take it out, that next move in towards the downside could play out to start targeting the weak swing low at the bottom.